wipe my grease off. Jesus. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a bit of an update for you guys. It wasn't something that I was planning on doing, but I've seen others do this kind of with theirs also. So I was like, why not try to put a spin on it too? So as some of you guys may know who follow me on Instagram, and I believe I posted something on the community tab on here as well, I did mention that I am working on another deck. I am working on an Oracle deck, but that's not going to come out a ways from now because it takes me so long to draw, just because of how I draw. But I did also work on another version of the Eyeris tarot. This one is called the Arcoiris edition. I don't necessarily see it as a second edition. If some of you guys don't know, Arcoiris means rainbow in Spanish. There are some of the cards in the Arcoiris edition from the Eyeris tarot that are just slightly tweaked compared to the original edition. And as of right now, there is a Kickstarter page that you can go to save the date for the launch date. So if you guys would like to help me out with bringing the Arcoiris edition of the Eyeris tarot to life, please check out my, I think it's called pre-launch page. It's in the description down below. I think there should be a little thing where you can click on that says notify me when it goes live. I'm shooting to go live October 1st, and I think it's gonna end around Halloween because it's usually like 30 days. So either on the 30th or the 31st, but for sure it's gonna end towards Halloween. Now I did want to show you some of the cards that have been tweaked a little bit. All of the cards have a rainbow background now. The backings of the cards have also changed. I love the backings of the cards because they're so bright and vibrant. As I'm recording this video, I'm also currently waiting to get my first prototype of the deck just to make sure everything looks good as far as the files go. All of the art is done, obviously, because it's using most, if not all, of the art from the original deck, just slightly tweaked for the Arcoiris edition. So it's just a matter of getting the funds and having it printed. Before I keep starting off, let me just show you some images. I have my iPad on my lap here, so if you see me looking down, that is why. I will try not to. First, we'll start off with the court cards. So all of the court cards essentially are the same. The only thing that slightly got tweaked is it has like a little glow effect detail on the actual, I guess, item of the court card. Like the pentacle in the Queen of Pentacles has a glow effect on it. The wand in the Page of Wands has a glow effect on it. I'll show pictures for examples right here as I'm talking so you guys can see. So essentially each item, like the pentacle, the sword, the wand, the cup, for the court cards have a slight glow effect on them. For the swords, the glow effect is more on a violet tone because I originally connected the swords with the color variations of purple, violet, things like that. If you got my first deck, you'll know that I integrated color theory or the symbolism of color in that deck, and each court card had their own assigned color as well as the majors. So this deck is going to be completely different when it comes to that because all of the cards are going to have the same rainbow background. The wands have the red glow effect on them, again just the court cards. The cups have a blue glow effect on them, and the pentacles have a green glow effect on them. Along with the court cards, I did also add some slight glowy features on the aces. So the Ace of Swords has little details with, again, the purple glow. The Ace of Pentacles has also little details of a green glow. The Ace of Cups have little details of a blue glow, and then the Ace of Wands have little details of a red glow. It took me a while to think, like, what can I pick for each of the cards to add the detail to make it pop a little bit, because I wanted each of them to have something pop with the glow, but I also didn't want to overwhelm it with so much glow effect. So I decided to do that for the court cards and the aces. Not gonna lie though, I am getting tempted to just make a full-on glowy looking deck. Very few of the minors Also had slight changes in them, one of them being the 10 of Pentacles. I'll put the old image and the new image on the screen here. So in the old image, if you can see, it has a rainbow, I believe, on the left corner of the card. So it has a pretty rainbow there. And then on the new card, I took off the rainbow because the background is already a rainbow. Instead, I decided to add little rainbowy glow effect pentacles on the tree. I thought it looked kind of cool with the rainbowy glow effect pentacles on the tree instead of having the old rainbow on the left side corner. I was thinking to myself, like, what can I do to switch this up? Because the background is already rainbow. Having another rainbow on top of a rainbow in the corner just felt too cluttered. So I decided to do little rainbow glowy things on the tree. Another card that had slight changes is on the 7 of Cups. If you see on the old design, each cup had like a sort of cloudy color behind the cup to sort of emphasize rainbow colors also, but it was behind the cup. It was like a cloudy effect of color on there. So on the new card, I decided to take that off and add glowy details on each cup, but in a way where it's depicting like rainbow colors as well. And then the last of the minor cards that I did slight changes on was the 10 of Cups. On the old 10 of Cups design, you see a beautiful rainbow sort of pouring out from behind the 10 cups, almost like a waterfall of rainbow, or a rainbow waterfall, should I say? So on the new design, I decided to take that rainbow off and again just add a rainbow glow effect details on the 10 cups on the top to add more of a rainbow effect instead of the waterfall rainbow that it used to have. Now, one of the cards that obviously does not have rainbow, because it wouldn't make sense if it did, is the emptiness card. So that one, at least the front of the card, has stayed the same. It's still pretty much pitch black, the emptiness card, like it was on the original deck. So in the Arcoiris edition, it's essentially the same card. Now we're going to talk about the back of the cards. So I did stick with the same design. There was just a slight change of colors. On the original design, it's just black and white. And on the new design, I decided to add the rainbow gradient, sort of that you see throughout the whole deck on the front of the cards as well. And I think it looks really, really cool on the backs of the cards. I'm excited to see the new backs of the cards, to see how vibrant they are. If you guys have a copy of my original deck of the Eyeris Tarot, if you take a look at the World card and the Wheel of Fortune, those essentially already have their own rainbowy backgrounds, but just how vibrant those are, I'm assuming that this deck is going to be just as vibrant with all of the cards being rainbow. And for those of you who want to know the specs, ooh, I just hit my camera, my bad. For those of you who want to know the specs of the deck, it's the same as what the original is. So if you have a copy of the Eyeris Tarot, it's going to be the same cardstock, same feel, all that jazz. But just to let you guys know, let's see if I can remember them. It's 150 cover cardstock, which kind of converts to about 385 GSM. The cards are going to be matte, but they're going to have that soft touch finish on them. Some of us call it the rose petal finish on them. Just like the original, it is going to have the same finish. It's going to have the rounded edges, same as the original. I believe they're 1/4 cut rounded edges. There are also going to be 80 cards because it's going to include the Eyeris and the emptiness cards. It's going to be your normal tarot size as well, which is 2.75 inches by 4.75 inches. Oh, I did also want to mention the tarot bag that is going to come with the Arcoiris edition of the Eyeris Tarot. So the way, because I'm making the bags at home, or at least the designs for them, so the way the vinyl is printed, the rainbow vinyl that I'm using, each bag is not going to have the same rainbow layout. So everybody's going to have a different bag essentially because of how the logo is going to look. I put pictures on the Kickstarter as an example, just so people are not like, why does my bag not look like your bag? So you're not surprised when you get the deck. I'm letting you know ahead of time. I think that's it. I did want to keep this Kickstarter fairly simple compared to when I first ever tried to do a Kickstarter. So essentially it's just gonna be the deck that's gonna come with its tarot bag. There's no box, it's the deck in a bag with one of those, I call them a card condom. It's those paper or plasticky things that people put on decks so they stay together. I call them card condoms. That's just my thing. But they're gonna come with that in your tarot bag, and then any pledges, or not pledges, any, what are they called? Stretch goals that are unlocked. Anyone who had backed a deck or is a deck backer automatically gets the rewards that got unlocked as well. Okay, so I just reviewed the Kickstarter page because I was like, I don't remember if I added something else that comes with the deck or not. I'm pretty sure I am gonna put something else that just automatically comes with your deck too, because I think with the Eyeris Tarot, at least the ones being sold on my shop come with prints and like stickers and things like that. But as far as the Kickstarter goes, I'm not sure yet. I'll see how it does with funding. I might throw in extra goodies with everyone who backs a deck. I did want to mention though, the deck is, I think, a $10 price difference from the original. The reason why is because printing also got expensive, so I need to, you know, take into consideration that. There's gonna be an early bird pricing and then just a regular pricing. The early bird usually is just a slight discount on the deck. That's what most people use early birds for. And then the original pricing is just going to be the original pricing of the deck. So whatever that price is on Kickstarter is going to be the same price once I actually sell it on my website. Again, if I get to that point. I wanted to keep it simple, so there's just 2 rewards or 2 pledges, right? Pledges? Yeah, there's 2 different pledges to pick from. It's the early bird one, which has a slight discount on the deck, and then there's just the regular one, which is just the deck at a regular price. Easy peasy, simple, nothing too difficult. The stretch goal on there is, again, for me to print more than enough decks to not only give them to those backing the deck, but also to have some left over to sell on my website or at conventions and things like that. So that is why the price is set at what it is. You guys probably won't see it until the page is actually ready for you guys to back the deck. If for some reason, God forbid, the deck does not get funded, I just won't have the deck printed because I personally do not have the funds to even try to get 10 decks printed. So yeah, I'm hoping it does. So I would appreciate it if you guys please share the pre-launch page to everyone that you can. Post it on all your social medias, things like that. Send it to your grandma, whatever, you know. Just help a sister out, you know. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. But I just wanted to share with you guys what I have been working on and what I'm still working on, because I am still working on the Oracle deck. That one's just gonna take a bit of time because for that one, just so you guys know, just a little tea on that deck. I'm debating whether or not to have it be 100 cards or 120 cards. And yes, I know, that's a lot of cards for an Oracle deck. But the way I'm seeing it is like, I would want it to have a crap load of cards instead of these 30 to 45 card Oracle decks. It just doesn't seem like enough cards to me. So I'm thinking about doing 100 to 120. Maybe 80, that's kind of like, but I'm set on 100 to 120. We'll see. Again, way early in the planning. Nowhere near. I haven't even finished my first card. But just so you guys know, some tea on the Oracle deck. I think that's it. That was the update that I wanted to give you guys. There are some things, like vlogish things, that I'm also working on to post. I have like little videos filmed that I use my phone on. Like I just record on my phone because it's just easier and faster. And then I put it together in a video. So there is probably a vlog gonna come out soon. And then I am still working on that experiment for a solo Estes method for a paranormal reading. I'm hoping to be able to do 1 or 2 for the month of October. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what I wanted to update you guys on. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. If you cannot back the deck, that's totally fine. Don't feel bad. I won't feel bad. It's totally cool. We all have our things going on. It's very understandable. If you can though, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost anything to share the pre-launch link to whoever and wherever you can so that more eyes get on the page for when the Kickstarter launches. And if you stuck to this part of the video, leave the rainbow emoji. That way I know. Don't forget to like the videos. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!